Hi everybody, it's Janet and we're here at the Fruit of the Vine Art Studio in Cincinnati, Ohio. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I really appreciate you being here. I'd love it if when you hop on you just say hi, tell me where you're watching from. Today we're going to do a really fun craft, and this is something that the kids could do or you can do, and it's just a fun little Easter kind of thing. And for it, what we're going to need is you're going to need an egg carton, just a regular egg carton like this, and then I'm going to be using a piece of scrapbook paper from my secret gardenias. So there's lots of pretty things in here, and I'm going to pick out a couple of those to use as the background for my portrait. Okay, so now the first thing we're going to do, we're going to have some paint, going to have to get out some paints and stuff like that, but it's no big deal. But I need to cut out one of these cones that are sticking up here. I want to cut out one cone. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by just taking my scissors and cutting through and getting myself one cone, and then I'm going to trim it down. This way. Okay, and that's all we're going to be needing for that for the moment. We are going to use another piece of that in just a second here. But what we need to do is where you see where the top of this is right here, this little point where it all connects together. There's one on each side of it. We're going to cut out just this top portion of it here. I can't figure out where I've put my X-Acto knives. It's gotten crazy. I don't know where things are gone. I've moved things, and every time I try to clean up stuff, all I do is confuse myself more, and I can't find my things. So I'm going to use this little knife here, a paring knife. And I'm just going to cut right across where this area is, where that's right at the top of that. Let me cut this extra piece off here. I don't need this. And I can cut this off right here as well. Should have did it with my scissors, but I didn't. But that's okay. I'm not going to worry about that either. Put that off to the side. Go back over here to this one, and I'm going to just cut right here and try to match up with where I was cutting on that one. Going a little too high. We'll have to trim that a little bit. That's okay. I'm not worried about it. I can easily fix it. You want it to be pretty flat is what we're trying to do. We're trying to get it pretty flat. Okay, and then right in here. Let me just get it started anyway. Take it pretty good across right through here. Awful lot of work to get one little piece, isn't it? But we want to get this straight right here. Okay, much easier if I had my X-Acto knife out, that's for sure. So we're going to get this little portion right here. That's what we're looking for. Sort of like a little Aztec-looking pyramid, isn't it? Yeah, it is. We're going to get one portion of that right there. And then I'm just going to take my knife and I'm going to cut it a little bit across the top. And if you hear a bunch of noise, I apologize. They are putting new gutters on our house today. And it's kind of the perfect time to do that, you know. April is right around the corner, and it's going to be raining, and our house needs new gutters. So we're getting that done, and unfortunately it's being done on a Saturday when I'm going live. But that's all right. We're not going to worry about that in the least. I'm just going to push this in here and fill up this little area. And I'm going to take a little drop of glue and just push that together. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of, I cut it just a little bit across right here, and then I'm pushing that little hole together. And I'm just going to, I don't even need to glue it. I can just leave it just like this, to where you can kind of see his little, he's got a mouth now. See his little mouth? Okay. And I'm going to get me out some brown paint. I think I might need to just trim this just a little bit right here. Just a little bit. Now, I'm going to make, actually I'm going to make, is that one going to sit flat? I think this is down just a little too far. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can get him flatter. I think it's this piece that's holding it up. That looks pretty good, I think. Once I get it glued on and I hold it down. Okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off a piece from right here. I don't need it to actually be that big. I need it to be about like this. Now, it doesn't matter if I cut it on this area or not. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to fold this over to where I can cut out two at the same time. Even this out. And I'm just going to cut out some ears for my bunny. So I've got two bunny ears now. Yeah, I think he's going to look all right. So now we're ready. We're going to pick out a background for our bunny. Let me see if I've got a striped one. Not necessarily striped like that. That might make a really neat looking background. Let me see. That one I'd have to turn the wrong way. I'm just kind of looking through at the designs. I'm sure there's something in here that I can use. This right here is what we're going to use. This will make a good background for the bunny. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out a piece of pretty sheet paper. Excuse me. But before we get started with that, first I need to paint my bunny. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my bunny a grayish color. So I need to mix me up some black and some white paint. And I'm just going to use this egg carton for a palette for right now. And I'm going to need more white, of course. Actually, I think maybe we should make, well, no, we'll make him gray. He'll be a little gray bunny. I think that'll show up cute on that paper. So I'm going to get out a little bit of white. And an even smaller amount of black. And I'm just going to take a brush here and mix a small amount of black and with some white here and make me a gray color. I want a light gray bunny. So I'm going to add quite a bit of white to it. And I'm going to paint the insides of the ears. And we want to use that side that's sort of rough looking, not that smooth side, the outside part. We want to use the inside of it. And just give it a nice coat. I'm going to put some on the sides. Sounds like they're working right underneath me, honestly. I'm just so happy to get it done, especially before all the, like I said, before April showers comes along. I'm so happy to be able to get this done. Let me tilt you guys down and zoom you in a little bit so you actually can see what I'm doing here. That looks pretty good right in here. Okay, I'm just taking this paint that I mixed up here, this gray color, and I'm painting the inside of this. And we'll go around the edges. Nice to get some work done on the house and get things taken care of. Now that we've got the front porch taken care of, that did mess up our gutters as well, so it became necessary to have our gutters replaced. And since we were getting it done on the one part, well, you may as well just do all of them. And I'm just painting this part of the bunny gray as well. Let me scoot just a smidge to get right in your view here. Don't want to be way far off to the side where I can't really, where you can't really see what the heck I'm doing. Okay, we're just gonna make him gray. I probably should get my glue gun out for this. I think I will. Okay, that's pretty gray right there. Now I'm gonna grab me a napkin. Just wipe up most of this. And then I'm gonna clean this real quick. And I'm just going to get the white and do the end of it here. And he tilt it up a little bit, and I'm going to make it white right around his muzzle. Now, I did see this craft being done. This is not my craft. I'm emulating a craft that I watched on a reel. And I thought it was so cute. that I wanted to bring it to you guys and show it to you as well. And make one for me. And make one for me. That's really about it. I wanted to make one for me. Now I'm just going to bring a little bit of white right up in this. Right here. A little bit more there. Just helping it mix in a little bit. Let me push that in at the bottom if I can. Use this eraser. And I'm going to get my hot glue gun. Plug it in. Oh, geez, my plug's way over there. I got to run. Well, hey, Gina. Hi, Carol. Hey, Mary. Steve. Thanks, guys. I just happened to look up and see. You can tell how much I'm paying attention. You can tell how much I'm paying attention. Oh, thank you, Carol. That's so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Those stars, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hey, Gina, I hope you're having a great day and a good weekend. Mary, I can't see what yours says. Oh, good morning. Yes, I hope you're having a wonderful day, too. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm heating this up just a little bit. Let this get hot. Okay, well, we're waiting on that. Oops. Stand still thing. Don't fall. These glue guns, I always have problems getting them to stand up and stay on the table and do what I'm trying to get them to do, and they just want to slide off the edge and flip-flop. Maybe if I sit it in that. Nope, that's not going to hold it up. Okay. I might just hold it in my hand for a moment. You see I got gray paint all over me here. And let's see. I'm going to need to give him a little suit. We'll just paint that onto, right onto it. Really get hot. Just a second here. Oh, I know. While I'm waiting on that, I can get just a little bit of pink out. Let me get a little bit of light pink. Just a tiny drop of light pink. That's about all I'm going to get anyway, huh? That's about what it's going to give me. There's one tiny drop of light pink. And I might just put a little bit of white right on the edges of his ears. Just a little bit to rub away some of the extra paint. Lighten them up just a little bit on the edge here. Okay. I'm just going to rinse this brush real quick. Grab my little napkin. Paper towel. Whatever. Whatever. I'm going to get some of that pink. Get that hair out of my mouth. And I'm just going to make the inside of his ears. That's an awfully light pink, or an awfully dark pink. I think I'm going to touch a little drop of white into that. There we go. Do the insides of his ears with some pink. Add a little extra to that one. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so now the ears got a little bit of color in them. Here, let me... Okay, quit stressing about things. What am I doing? This just needs to come to a point. Bring that down just a little bit further. Okay, that's good. My glue gun should be hot. I'm just going to take just the smallest drop of glue and put it what the heck? There we go. I was thinking, what the heck? There ain't no glue coming out of there. Hello? That sounds like you're right under me. I'm just pushing this down a little bit here in the top. Let me take this on the inside. Drop in there. And I'm just trying to squish him together just a little bit. If it quit sticking to me. Let me tilt it down this way, and I'm going to take this pencil and push it back together inside. I pushed it right back together inside is what I did. I used the pencil and I pushed it back together, and I'm going to put another little drop of glue in there. I'm going to use the pencil to just kind of move it around and make everything stay together right there. I don't want him to have that hole in his face. And that filled it up. Pushed it back together. Okay. Get that off of there. Okay, so now I'm going to take my pretty piece of paper. Let me get this out of the way, and we're just going to put that in some water. And I think I better work on his nose and stuff before I do that too. Where's my black? Let me get a little bitty paintbrush. Get me some black. Look at him here. I'm going to, let's see, I'm going to make him a little bitty nose here by just, have I got you guys in view? Yes, okay, by just bringing it across right here. And down a little bit in the V shape. Just like that. And then I'm going to pull this down. Oops. Didn't want it to be that thick. Let me get a different brush. Let me get this brush. Eat the big-nosed rabbit. That's okay. Okay, so now we can see his little nose and his little mouth. Thanks, Gina. You have a great day, too. I appreciate that. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Get to do something fun. I'm going to put a couple of eyeballs on this guy. I'm trying to decide how far up I should put him. I think I'm going to put him right in here. Just put me a spot right there. And then I'm going to put another spot. Try to make it across from it and sort of shaped like it if I can. Let me hold it up just a little bit and look at it this way. That might help me just a little bit. Bring that over, and this needs to be a little further up. Okay, so now he's got a little face on him. Kind of looks like a little bear from here. But I guess once we get him put together, once we get him all put together, maybe I should bring his little nose just a little higher. Although he's got a pretty big enough nose. We should leave his little nose alone, I suppose. Just let it go, Janet. Yeah, let that go. All right. I know what I could do to make his nose not look so big and bright, big and wide. And here I am stressing over little things again, aren't I? Gonna take the white. And just kind of help just a little bit here. Get the white. Ooh. There now. Now he's not got such a big nose. What am I worried about his nose for? He's a rabbit. He's a rabbit, guys. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get our piece of scrapbook paper here. And we're going to take our little bunny and we're going to assemble him onto our scrapbook paper. I'm going to glue him on. Let me see. Where do I want these ears? I want him to be kind of down here a little bit further. I don't need him to be way up at the top. Probably about just like that. Okay, so first thing I want to do is pick him up, and we're going to put the ears right where they're at. Pretty close together. Get this glue stringer off of here. Okay. That's better. Get that stuff off of that. All right, and I'm just going to put some glue right around the back of my little Easter bunny. Put him right down on his ears. Okay. Oh, I didn't get my shoot, I should have got my neat little, I'll just grab them too. What the heck? I can. First, let me just take a piece of this. Let me find a piece that would make a nice little shirt for him. Oh, maybe this blue. Hmm. I'd say we'll just use some of this glue. I'm going to take this piece from the scrapbook here, and I'm just going to bring it right down underneath, and I'm going to just kind of sort of cut it. Let me see here. I'll turn it this way. I want it to go just like right where underneath where his neck would be. We're just going to bring this out and making some shoulders. So about like that. And about like that. Let me get my scissors. And just cut this down a little bit further. Does the Easter Bunny wear a shirt? Well, he does here. He's wearing a shirt here. In this case, he is. Okay, so let's see. We can kind of get that off of there and out of the way. It doesn't need to be that long. We're going to end up cutting this off. I'm just trying to see if I want to cut it any differently. Like, would I rather that he have some bigger shoulders? Maybe I should. Maybe I should do it more like... not so much of a neck. Trying to decide. Yeah, I think it kind of looks... I don't know. Should he have the wider shoulders? Or should I have kept it more thinner like that? I kind of do like the little skinny looking shoulder guy. Yeah, I'm going to do that instead. I'm going to do that instead. So all I got to do is just take this and just put it right on top of here because this piece is long enough and that piece wasn't. And just cut just like I had it. Boop. Boop. There we go. Executive decision right there. Boom. That's how I'm doing it. Pay me no mind, guys. I'm over here just goofing off. We're going to put a little bit of glue on the back of this. No, not there. Put it right there. That'd probably work better with Eileen's tacky glue, to tell you the truth. It would. Let me get that off of there. Well, maybe I can, maybe I can't. Nope, we're going to leave that alone. And we're going to put Eileen's tacky glue on it. All I'm doing. I'm sorry. I'm out of the view again. Putting some glue on the back of it, and I'm just going to press that in there. Okay, so now our bunny has a little shirt that he's going to be wearing. I'm going to go grab my little fancy scissors. It's going to take me 5 seconds. I'll be right back. Move that out of the way. I got these little Fiskars a long time ago. I always enjoy playing with them. Let me see which one. I don't want that. I don't want that. It's not you. I think it's this pair I'm going to use. They have this design when they cut. A little different. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to go right up. I'm just going to follow right along through these pink flowers right through here. And you have to pay attention with these scissors because they have a certain design that you're trying to follow. Ooh. Better not hold his nose like that, huh? That's pretty straight. Sometimes I do a good job of making things straight. Sometimes I don't. So we're leaving one full diamond to the side. So I'd be cutting. I'm trying to decide how close I need to be on this side of him. Guess like right along here. Right along the outside of the flower, or the design on this one. Oh, don't get too close to it. Okay. Pull off any little extra pieces there. I'm gonna bring it up to right here. Is my thumb dry yet? Afraid to touch things. Ooh, that's not wanting to cut. It's still too wet. I started too soon, guys. I have to let that dry a second before I can cut that. Okay, well, while we're waiting on that to dry, we'll wait for that to dry a second. Let me get my little markers, my little fancy marker. Where is a white one? Pink pens and white. Ooh, do I have a white one out? Maybe I do. I'm sure I do. Here we go. I even have one in black. Maybe I should do black. I think that would probably show up better. What we're going to do is we're just going to make an outline on the inside of it. Stop right there. Going to be about right here. Should have got out my ruler, but that's okay. We're just eyeballing it, guys. Try to get it kind of straight as I can. Just a little below the X. There we go. I think I probably should have cut his shirt off right there, shouldn't I? We'll see if we can get that to come up. Here, let me fix this. For one thing, that's way too much tacky glue to expect it to dry that quickly. Use this pair of scissors right here. We're just going to stick it right back on here. Just like that. Gonna get me a little Q-tip and wet it. Roll that right over top of here. We will let that dry. I'm just going to get it off as much as I can. Ooh. I'll have to work on that after it dries, but we'll worry about that in a minute. It's good enough. That's close enough. I'll cut it after it dries. And I'm just going to take this. And let me see. Do I want to make little dots? I'm not getting them very evenly spaced, but I'm really not too concerned with that. I'm just making some dots going around the outside of his portrait. Don't make it too big. They're definitely bigger down here. As soon as it touches where that glue was, it's making them wider. That's okay, we'll go back and make these a little bigger. I was thinking, oh, I can't tell which ones. Yeah, you can easily tell which ones. Messed it up a little bit, guys, but that's all right. I'm not even going to worry about it. It's cute, and it's just something fun to make to hang for Easter. We'll cut that across the bottom in just a second here. I cut this one a little short. Or I guess I drew the line a little low. High. A little high, not a little low. Needs to be lower. But just a fun, little cute activity that you can make with an egg carton. Here, let's give him, let me see. How do I want to do his shirt? Maybe I'll just make his shirt have a little line that goes down the middle. With some buttons on it. Let me see if I can get that to cut now. Well, first we'll take the white. Do I have a white open? This is a white that's open. Get a little white running here. And I'm just going to put a white line in this ear and a white line in this ear. Just for a little bit of fun. Here, we'll clean that up a little more under his nose where I touched it. And we'll put some white on his shoulder here. Draw some white right up this side here. Put a little bit of highlight on just that side. So there we got it, guys. There's our little bunny portrait. Let me cut this across the bottom and he's done. I just got to fix that where I messed that up. So it's not perfect. But it's still doggone cute. It's not perfect, but it still came out awfully doggone cute. I love how it turned out. I think he looks cute as heck. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Thank you. I hope you have a great weekend too, Carol. I will see you guys again Wednesday. Yeah, I guess it would be. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.